Hello, my name is Ram Prasanna, and those are my books. I know the words inside those books, and this is HardConvos. Last time, I talked about why an honest and humble conversation is the most efficient way to change someone's mind. I truly believe the best way to enact change is to have difficult conversations with different perspectives. This time, I'll show you 3 ways that you can have an honest and humble conversation. To begin with, let me define one term: interlocutor. On Google, this is defined as a person who takes part in a dialogue or conversation. For the sake of this video, I'll be using this as the person that you'll be talking to.
You know what? You're a good guy, Peter. Friend?
How do you say friend in Russian?
Now, step number 1 is being a friend. Now, this is a hard step, especially if you view your interlocutor as an opponent. And sometimes it might be genuinely difficult to be a friend to someone that has such offensive views. But taking small steps to show compassion and likeness is an effective way to bond with someone. You can show compassion with small acts of kindness. So this might be buying them a coffee or sending them a thank you text for meeting you for dinner. You can also find topics that you both like and talk about it. And lastly, some tasteful humor goes a long way. Especially if you're caught in a hostile situation, some humor can just be the key to diffuse the whole situation.
Just hear me out. How would you feel about offering her a raise?
Step 2 is hearing people out. Everyone wants to be heard. From politics to personal life, everyone just wants to express themselves and be seen. So don't interrupt at every falsehood that you hear. Maybe jot it down or remember it. Let them finish and then come back to it. This lets them know that you're going to hear them out. Quite literally, you're going to sit there and listen. Furthermore, when you're able to listen, when you're able to genuinely hear someone out, you're able to get to the core of their argument and beliefs. With this understanding of their core beliefs, you can go from there, empathize with them, and create more convincing arguments.
For their sake, for our sake, for the sake of this great nation.
Agreed.
Step number 3 is agreeing when possible. If the person you're talking to makes a good point, take that chance to agree wholeheartedly. Now, I know that the last thing that you might want to do in a tiresome, frustrating conversation is to agree on some menial point. When you agree with the small points, this allows you to be painted as a more reasonable person in the eyes of your interlocutor. And this sometimes has a snowballing effect. When you agree with small things, they'll start to agree with small things. When they start to agree with small things, you'll start to agree with small things. If the things are just right, you might just have a productive conversation and walk away saying, wow, we agreed on so much. I feel like we made some progress.
Everyone in Westeros trusts and respects you.
These 3 steps drive trust and respect. And like I said last time, trust is the foundation from which we work. Being a friend, hearing people out, and agreeing when possible allows you to do your part in having an honest and humble conversation. This doesn't mean that your interlocutor will follow these 3 steps, but the change starts with you. Now, of course, these 3 steps aren't some magical potion to solve the political division that we see today. But I do think that using these 3 steps, we can work at building up the trust. Just remember, dissent is essential. Sharing your perspective and allowing your perspective to ruminate inside your interlocutor's mind has a huge impact. With that being said, I'm not sure and I would like to know what you think. If you disagree with anything that I said, please let me know, because I acknowledge that anything and everything that I said could be wrong.